I have a check-in.
What do you got, James?
It's a podcast-related check-in. It's actually a throwback to a previous episode. Back in episode 586, Kyle and I were on the podcast. Zach was off gallivanting in Canada, I think, at that point, or somewhere. I don't remember where you've been in the last 30 days, but it's all over the world. And so Kyle and I were discussing Spider-Man: Across the Spider-Verse. And over the course of the conversation, we were talking about all the different Spider-Man characters, and one of the main characters in that movie, at least towards the end, he becomes more of a main character, is Spider-Man 2099. And I had a revelation on the podcast that, like, I think I might have an issue 1 of Spider-Man 2099 in my collection. And then I started thinking about it, and I was thinking, I might have more than just one copy of Spider-Man 2099. I might have a couple, because there was like a little time period where like 14-year-old James in the early 90s saw comics as certainly a hobby, but also an investment. Like, I was going to buy a house with these things someday. My kids were going to go to college on it. And if I was lucky, I could even retire. Like, all of those things would be paid with, I don't know, $200-300 worth of comics that I bought over the course of a year. So at the time, when new #1 issues would come out, I'd buy like 3 or 4 of them. But for some reason, and I don't know why, instead of buying my normal 3 or 4 of them, I bought more than 3 or 4 of Spider-Man 2099 #1. I bought 10 of them.
Whoa.
And so I don't know why I just picked that one. But the truth of the matter is that I always assumed 14-year-old James was dead wrong about comic books being an investment, because the vast, vast, vast majority of anything that I bought multiples isn't even worth what I paid 30 years ago. Okay. Like, some of them you can't even give away. They're like that worthless. But turns out that these Spider-Man 2099 #1s, if you get them professionally graded, can be worth up to roughly $205 each. Like, the 30-day average for the last 30 days is $205 if it's a 9.8 on a 10 scale, which means practically flawless. Like, human eyes can't tell, but for some reason these graders keep 0.2% to themselves. So,
and it's my understanding that a 9.8 and a 9.7 are vastly different in value.
Yes. So a 9.8 averages last 30 days $205, and a 9.6 is $108.
Right.
So like less than half, I guess that would be, or close to half, whatever. And so, you know, I paid $1.75 plus roughly $28 per issue to get them graded. So I'm roughly $18 in for the cover price 30 years ago, and $300 just to get them all professionally graded. Not knowing anything about submitting these things, I just took the leap. I submitted them. It's been a month now, and they're back.
Ooh.
Have you opened the box yet?
I have not opened the box.
Fantastic.
So I have no clue what these have been graded. They've sat in bags for 30 years untouched. So I'm assuming they're flawless and they should all be 9.8s. But again, I don't know what I'm doing. I just, put in my credit card and let it fly. So I thought it might be fun to open these up right now.
Absolutely.
And see what they landed at. Just a little bit of perspective. I don't know what I'm doing. So these all could be like 8s. I don't know I don't know. They're a 9.8 in my eyes, but I'm not a professional grader. So maybe there's something wrong with them. I have no clue. Maybe I've completely wasted my money here. We will see. So,
and just for the top of the spectrum, a 9.9, which I think is the best you can get. What do those sell for?
A 9.9, the only one that I can tell that has sold since 2021, because they rarely go on sale. There's only 8 9.9s out in the world. There's 0 10s of this issue out in the world. And so the one that sold in March of 2021 sold for $3,500.
Wow.
So if there's a 9.9 in here, I mean, it's celebration time. Podcast over, basically.
Well, you can retire.
I can retire.
If you're watching on YouTube, this is going to be the full experience, because you're going to see him opening the box. pulling them out one by one.
So here
James,
I am.
any chance you want to like
Let me
up
turn this away from my neck.
Yeah.
Do you want to have like a
if you guys
light
want to
a
watch
candle or
James accidentally kill himself on camera with a large kitchen knife,
It's the biggest knife you could have used for sure.
like,
So-
watch James just slice through the top issue with that
James, I
knife.
hope that's the thumbnail is you with that knife.
I don't want to get this this episode demonetized, so probably not. All right, I have it open. I'm gonna put it down on the ground.
Demonetized. We don't make money
Wait,
from this.
We're making money on
You
this.
can't show
James?
knives on YouTube. It'll
Yeah,
be
but our channel is not monetized.
it's monetized.
Okay, well, that's not making money.
Are you collecting on us?
Okay, you guys ready for this?
Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Issue number 1 is a 9.4.
Ooh,
That's
That's not good.
Do you throw in the
That's
not
not
good.
good.
That's not good.
Let's see what it says. It doesn't give any reason. All right.
they don't
Because
justify.
what if they're,
They just
if they're all 9.4s, that's going to be a disappointment, right?
If they're all, I mean, really what I was hoping for was all 9.8s because then I'd have like roughly $1,500, which is like a bathroom remodel. That's what I was going for. But this is not a good sign because they all looked exactly the same to me.
right.
So supposedly there's grader notes online. I'm curious to know why one would get a 9.4, but we'll see if they're all 9.4s. Here we go. Number 2. Ooh. 9.2.
Ooh, it's getting worse.
This is not going well.
We are watching James slowly die on the
No,
inside.
it's fine.
Okay,
It's fine.
a 9.4 means a very well preserved collectible with minor wear and small manufacturing or handling defects.
Right. Yep. All right. Number 3. 9.4.
9.4.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
That's not good. Not good. So if these are all 9.4s, the next thing I might have to do is like send it to somebody who can press them. Man, I got a harsh grader. 9.4.
9.4. Man, someone's having a bad. You didn't like slip a 20 in there when you
I
sent
didn't.
it to them?
I'm
Okay.
curious to know what's wrong with them because I saw nothing, but we'll see if I can get 1 over a 9.4. 9.4.
Ooh.
No,
I wonder what's wrong with them.
because you gotta go 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, and then 0.8. That's too big of a jump.
They go by 2s, so none of those, but
Oh, okay.
9.4.
Oh, so how do you get a 9.9?
Yeah, they say one by 2s.
Another 9, yeah, like 9.2, 9.4, 9.6. There's no like
9.8.
numbers.
And then 9.9 is 0.2 away from 9.8.
right. Yeah, for some reason there's a 9.9, but not the other odd numbers.
Not a 10. Okay.
All right, here we go.
Oh, boy.
9.4.
9.4.
Now I want to know what that 9.2. What was wrong with that one? You couldn't
Yeah,
just
yeah,
get a
you should
9.4?
You should compare those two.
All right, here we go. 9.4.
9.4.
9.4.
Ooh.
Are they going to give me at least one 9.6 at least?
Maybe they give you like a one on the low end, one on the high end.
9.4.
9.4. How many do we have left?
I did watch YouTube videos after I sent this out.
Yeah.
There's one left. We will see if one of them can buck the trend. Here we
This
go.
is a 10. Perfect 10.
It's another 9.4.
Oh, 9.4. Wait,
What is a
we need,
9.4
we need a
sell
womp
for?
womp sound effect now.
I don't know. I didn't even look that up because I didn't really think it was a possibility. But I'm guessing if a 9.6 averages 108, that this is like $60 or $50, somewhere in there would be my guess. But there are a lot of 9.8s out there, so I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. So my
Well-
next move is I found a guy on YouTube who presses these. I'm going to send him a video of him and say, do you think if I got these pressed and cleaned, if they need that, could they be 9.8s? And then,
And then you have to regrade
and then do
them
I invest another $300 to send them? I don't know.
on
So
one.
You're essentially going to get the dry cleans?
I mean, yeah, essentially.
Okay.
There's still like $1,000 to be had if I was to send them in again. But
But you're already $300 in.
that's what I mean. Like with
Yeah.
another $300, I'd be at $600 spent.
Oh,
but there's
I
still
see.
like, if they can get up to 9.8s, $1,000 out there. So,
Well, how much is the pressing cost?
that's a good question too that I don't know the answer to.
You keep chasing this dream, James.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was a bummer, but
Sorry, man.
I also heard things that were like never send multiple issues together, because then if you get a grader that gets on a run, they just stop looking at them essentially, and they're just like, oh, they're all the same. I'll just give them all the same grade, which they almost did. They made one a 9.2. That's all right. It's all good.
You should send just one back in. Just one.
Send one of these 9.4s in, but then you got to pay shipping and all this other stuff.
Well, I mean, at some point, it's the principle and the investigation that matters. Who cares about the money anymore? Let's see how the sausage is made.
That's true. That's true. Any luck on an average for 9.2s or 9.4s?
I'm seeing like 69, 75, something like that.
Okay. So I could get my money back and then some.
Yeah.
On all 10. What I'd really like to do is pay 14-year-old James back and like add up all the issues that I bought doubles of and see if there's enough profit to pay him back. Because that would be nice. Then I wouldn't feel like I completely wasted my time when I was 14. But anyway, thank you guys for indulging me on that one.